Alright, I usually don't start off a review by going ahead and recommending a story, but this kinda has earned an exception to it. Buy this fucking trade. This is a review for yesterday's X-Men by Brian Michael Bendis with art by Stuart Eminem. Volume 1 is called Yesterday's X-Men, which, while I'm recommending this, I got to tackle a couple of nitpicks with this right out of the way. One, which is the naming of this volume. Originally, Amazon had said that this was going to be called Here Comes Yesterday, and at the last minute, someone at the publishing company decided to trade it up to Yesterday's X-Men, which I think is kind of a dumb move, because the title of Here Comes Yesterday actually kind of resonates that it's a lot more of an emotional and a deeper meaning than just, yesterday's X-Men, we slap it on the cover. I just like the sound of Here Comes Yesterday a lot better, but that's just a small nitpick with me. This is a book that has been hyped up ever since they started putting out the first 2 or 3 issues, and it's damn well worth the hype. This is a fantastic series that Bendis has done. It is a fantastic series that I've read by him, which in the first 5 issues he's managed to balance so many characters quite well. And he not really been at top form when he was doing his Avengers stuff. I like his Avengers run for the most part, but balancing too many characters just wasn't really something he was kind of good at, and the fact that he was writing a lot of titles, but, doing this, he does really well at. I'm not going to bother too much with the story because everybody and their brother pretty much already knows the story right now, unless you are just somebody who's a hardcore X-Men just coming back to this, or a hardcore X-Men fan who's just coming back to this, or just kind of a person who casually kept up with it. The spin out of AVX is that Cyclops has been busted out of prison by Magneto, and those two, Emma Frost and Magik, have reformed up a new Extinction Squad, and they're going out recruiting new mutants, which are popping up all over the world. Beast gets the idea to try and maybe dissuade Cyclops from continuing down this path as this mutant revolutionary. So he goes back in time and pulls the original 5 X-Men, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Angel, and Iceman, back from the past into the present and gets them stuck there. And he intends the younger Cyclops to confront his future self and try and dissuade him out of this path. And this results in a lot of really great character hijinks and just a lot of stark revelations for everyone involved in this. Everything gets rolling in this. This is not like a slow or mediocre build-up that just, kind of pays off gradually over time. This thing is, you press the button to play and it's cranked up to 11, and things keep happening, and things keep happening, and things keep happening, and it's really good. A lot of the deniability about what happens to the future selves of the past X-Men is really well explored. A lot of the reactions that you would expect from certain characters encountering each other play out. I.e., what happens when the past and the present confront each other. What happens when Wolverine just about flips his shit when he sees young Cyclops, and gets his heart caught in his throat when he sees a young Jean Grey. There's just a lot of really good stuff in this. I really like, too, not just for the past X-Men, because they're still in the deniability phase of all this right now and just having a hard time adjusting. The characters in the present are really utilized really well in this too. Especially Kitty Pryde, who steps up as wanting to take responsibility for these five since they have been brought into the present. And I like this kind of turnabout, which, that famous scene at the end of one of Claremont's issues where they say, welcome to the X-Men, Kitty Pryde, hope you survive the experience. Oh, this goes up a lot more than just that, and it's a nice dynamic to kind of play off of that reverse role ideal, which is really good. But everyone's having to come to quips with what's happened here. Wolverine has to deal with this, and it's not really easy for him. Beast has to deal with this especially more than anyone for the fact that he may have fucked up the space-time continuum, and for the fact that part of the reason is while he was doing this, his mutation is furthering along and it's actually killing him right now. Which I don't really have a problem with. The only thing I could really nitpick about that is that it's fixed, and then finally I will have a complaint about said solution at the end of the story, at least on Stuart Eminem's art, because they decide to give Beast a new look in this series, and I just don't like the way that it's drawn on him. And in fact, I don't really like this look on Beast at all, now that he's lost this cat form of him. But small complaint. What's really interesting about this too is that we have Cyclops brought in this, who's kind of at the forefront for issue 3 and 4. Cyclops and company are going around and they're helping to liberate some of these new mutants who we'll get to know a little bit better once Uncanny rolls around. And while all that's going on too, there's just a lot of the best reactions about these new X-Men, or these past X-Men being brought into the present, that come from him and the rest of the people in his group. Because towards the end of the story, both of the Cyclopses face off, and Cyclops can't believe, or past Cyclops can't believe that his present self is working with Magneto, and just the reactions that are going through the present Cyclops' mind about what kind of stuff this is, because like whatever the Boy Scout motif that a lot of people point at him in is dead in this. He's just looking in deniability at his younger self and thinking, is someone fucking with me? Is it a shapeshifter, an illusion, something? And it's just really, really good stuff here that takes place. There's not a lot that I want to give away too much in regard to how things go down in this, but just go for the simple fact that you do need to buy this book. If you're going to pick up anything out of Marvel now, kind of hesitant about the X-Men, this is a really good launching pad to get into it, and it's just really well done with how it's playing out in here. The only thing that I will have a legitimate complaint about, which doesn't happen with this particular volume but will come up in later issues, is the fact that this story and All New X-Men and All New X-Men and Uncanny X-Men are going to become heavily tied to each other once that trade rolls out. And you really will need the second volume of All New and the first volume of Uncanny to be enlightening you a little bit more into certain characters that you will not get just out of reading this series. If you just read the series, you'll do fine by itself, but it's just when the second volume comes around, along with Uncanny, that you really will need to pay attention